What's up guys, Race to Glory here and welcome back to another part of my F1 23 My Team career mode. If you do remember last time out in Bahrain, if you haven't watched that video, do be sure to check it out because we somehow started the season with a win and it's our second win in Formula 1. Felipe Drugovich, good start to the season for him, finishing in P6, which is very promising and it's a sign that we made the right decision in keeping him. A quick refresh of the R&D. We are closing very close to the Red Bulls and Ferraris, who are the best team on paper, but didn't show it in Bahrain. Only 1 point, I believe, and I think it was Charles Leclerc out of the points, which was a very big shock. Going into this weekend, then the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, we've got an engine cover upgrade that is on the That is a chassis upgrade, that is a weight reduction upgrade, and that should help as well. Another chassis upgrade, a tyre analytics data, that would help our tyre wear, but our ERS cooling fails, which is quite a shame. I love ERS upgrades personally. I think they're really useful. I think they're possibly the best upgrades you can put on the car, except maybe the weight reductions. But as I say, it's failed, so that will come in for Saudi Arabia. That was our first rushed upgrade. Shame it failed, but some had to fail. We are now purchasing some aerodynamics upgrades as well to get on the car for Miami, which is next episode. So be sure to look out for that one next week. As now let's head into the race weekend. After we have 5.4 million, we're going to go and get a build time upgrade on the chassis. So to make that almost completely spec 2. But now let's head to the race weekend and go to practice and spend a bit of R&D. Here we are then with the R&D. We've completed practice and a chassis upgrade seems in order possibly, but it could also be a powertrain upgrade. Durability, you guys know I'm not really a fan of the durability upgrades personally, so I'm going to go with a chassis upgrade, I reckon. And it's going to be a big upgrade it seems, or maybe an error actually. We purchased a rear downforce upgrade, so we're gonna go with that and purchase a front downforce upgrade as well. So that's going to be very interesting to see how they sort of balance each other out going into Miami, which I believe it should be in for. But now let's head to the race weekend and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix qualifying. First lap then in Q1 up to the line. Should be easy. Should get through into Q2 and that's going to be P2 for us. And that is good enough to get us through into Q2 in P12. It's Drugovich though, he's out. Felipe Drugovich not continuing his brilliant form at the start of the season and he's out in P19, which is, to be honest, not acceptable in the car of a calibre like ours. He's got to do better than that. 7/10 slower than us with an extra lap. That's poor, I'll be honest. Daniel Ricciardo though impressing in the AlphaTauri in P3 with Carlos Sainz topping the session from Esteban Ocon in his Mercedes. As now we're in Q2, this lap has got to count. Our first lap was a very scrappy one. This one's going to have to count. We're 8/10 up and this should, if we don't bottle it here, get us safely through into Q3. As now we're coming around the final couple of corners, 8/10 up, DRS activated, round the final turns, went very wide there and we lost a bit of time. Do we gain it back on exit? No, so we're just under 8/10 up as we head up to the line. It's going to be a 1:28.3 and that's us P7, but is it good enough to get us through into Q3? P8 and then P9. Yes, it is good enough to get us through into Q3. Oscar Piastri, Alexander Albon, Valtteri Bottas, Daniel Ricciardo in his AlphaTauri impressing and in Q1, and Carlos Sainz with the Ferrari still not showing pace in race trim or in qualifying trim. Let's hope he can do better in the race because really that Ferrari should be on pole, to be honest. best car quite outrightly as well. Not really very much competition up there. So that's quite poor from the Ferrari of Carlos Sainz. Charles Leclerc, though, he's through into Q3. Let's see what he can do. He was P2. As now our final lap in Q3, we went off there and we paid the price for it. So we didn't actually gain any time from that. As we come around the last corner once again, can we take it tighter? Yes, we can. Take it much tighter. 1.1 seconds gained. Our first lap was a dud on used tyres. This lap, second lap, final lap, is going to put us up into P2 and just behind Max Verstappen with a purple final sector. But where is that going to leave us after everyone else has completed their laps? We sure won't be on pole. Maybe can we get through in to get maybe a top 5? We're going to watch this live actually as Fernando Alonso goes fastest. And we're in P5. Top 5, exactly what the doctor ordered. Alonso in P4, Verstappen in P3, Leclerc in P2, and it's Lando Norris on pole position with his McLaren. George Russell and Esteban Ocon, both Mercedes behind us. Sergio Perez P8, Gasly P9, Lance Stroll in P10, but it's P5 for us as we head towards the race. Okay, so as we head towards the strategy screen here, medium hards or soft and mediums is the projected strategy. Or are we going to do maybe a medium soft or a soft hard? We'll see what the strategy screen says. Usually the soft medium is the fastest projected strategy, but I feel like the medium softs could possibly be faster. So we check what tyres everyone else is on. It's actually a mixture. Quite a few mediums, a couple soft runners in the top 10, but outside P14, everyone is on the soft tyres except Liam Lawson, who's starting in P22. Maybe he's going to go for an overcut today, where we will find out, as we're going to start on the medium tyres for the race, purely on the decision that those around us are, and we might be able to stick with them rather than having to pit early off the softs. To start the formation lap then, Alonso in P4, Verstappen in P3, the reigning world champion, remember, so he's not had the best start to the 2024 season as now we line up to the grids. Can we get a good pit box? Yes, we can. Point 2, excellent. As now we're about to start the race, the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, the third time this race has been held as we go to 5 red lights. Verstappen ahead of us, Alonso beside us. It's lights out. It's lights out and away we go. I tried to preempt that and failed quite badly as Norris, not the best start for him, is in towards turn 1. Leclerc takes the lead of the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. We're jockeying with position with Fernando Alonso. Verstappen, can he follow? Norris through on those soft tyres. Leclerc on the soft, got a good start. Can Verstappen follow him through? He has, but can Norris hold it around the outside? Yes, he can. He's going to force Verstappen wide. Does that allow an opportunity for us to maybe sneak in? No, not quite. But it's not over. I'm sure Verstappen will try and pressurise Norris more as we go wide, almost let Alonso through twice actually, and because Alonso going to go for the move as we come towards the end of the sector 1. Verstappen going for the move on Norris. We do not let Alonso go for the move on us on the outside, but he's going to go for the inside as we go a bit wide. It's now heading towards the end of sector 2. Verstappen all over the back of Lando Norris, and Leclerc already has over a 2-second lead as we start lap 2 where DRS is now enabled and Norris is still fighting away with Max Verstappen. Verstappen now on the inside. Surely he's got the position covered now. But Norris somehow is holding it round the outside. Fair play to him. And can we squeeze through? Well, oh, yes we do. We've been opportunistic there, but sometimes you've got to be opportunistic. And we're up into P3 ahead of Max Verstappen, who just got a bit out of position when jockeying with Lando Norris. So now we are now directly behind Norris, and we've now got a huge opportunity to go into P2 up against Lando Norris, our compatriot, the Brit versus Brit, one in a McLaren, one in a race to glory, one in an RTG Sports sponsor. But Norris just ahead of us, so the slipstream works so well here around Jeddah, as you're about to see. Just DRS here, and just a bit of slipstream, purple in the final sector. So 31.7, we switch from the right to the left and go down the inside of Norris, but somehow under braking, he's braked so late there, which is fair enough. But can we on exit? Can we do what Max Verstappen couldn't? And we'll have the inside line for the next corner. And yes, we're up into P2 on lap 5. But Leclerc's already got a 6-second lead on us. It's now lap 6. Coming around, Norris putting pressure on us. There's a yellow flag behind us. Doesn't look like it's involved Djokovic, which is fine. But Norris putting all sorts of pressure on us. There's a red flag. There's a red flag. Oh my gosh. Jeddah always seems to have those red flags, doesn't it? Historic safety car chance, 100%. And now a red flag. Wow. This red flag, I think, was caused by the spinning of Liam Lawson in the Williams. And it caused a sort of pile up. We're going to go onto the hards for the restart because we can't go on the mediums. And there he is, Charles Leclerc on our right. That's his 6 second. He's been eradicated. We go to 5 red lights again. It's lights out. And away we go. Leclerc, initial good getaway. Comes over to cover us across. But he can't quite do it. It's into turn 1 we go. We lead the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Leclerc fights us though. And he has remained ahead. But now with a bit of ERS, can we go back down the inside? Norris wants to go round our outside. As we go round the outside of Charles Leclerc. I'm not sure how that has happened, but I'm not going to complain as we are now up into P1. Verstappen in P2. Norris has dropped down the order like a cork and is down into P6 or P7, I believe. But Leclerc is not going to want to give this P1, this race victory, up so easily, as he's going to go for the move. Both him and Verstappen on the medium tyre, so we'll have more pace at the moment, but the race should come to us as they're going wheel to wheel themselves. We're going to just go in the middle and try and now go to the inside and not let either of them go for the move, but they end up both going as 3 wide into turn 1 almost. But no, we just keep the position, but we have a snap of oversteer. That's not going to help us at all. As Verstappen now going for the move ahead of us. He's ahead of us at the braking. No, under braking. We re-overtake him on the outside and up into P1 again. This is going to be a huge fight for this race victory. And looking backwards isn't going to help if we go wide like that. Is that going to give Leclerc an opportunity to go for the move on the outside? Yes, it is. Can we hold it on the inside? The inside line, surely it's going to be better, but Leclerc's gone right round the outside of us. Wow, that was an insane move by the Monegasque drivers, and Verstappen also trying to think about the move. We shut him out though, not having any of it. And now lap 10, we have stuck within the DRS of Leclerc. And can we now just watch how much we gain here on Leclerc without using any ERS? We were 6 or 7 tenths back at the start of the straight. End up using a bit, but only marginally, and we're close the gap to 2 tenths. So 4 tenths possible gain on the straight. And now, without ERS, and now gaining on Leclerc, lap 11, taking the fastest lap of the race of 1:34, and we go up into P1, re-overtaking Leclerc, who moved a bit, put me a bit off balance, but we'll take it up into P1 and re-leading the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. Could we be putting up a title challenge today, this season? I sure hope so, but George Russell in the Mercedes going for the move on us. The Mercedes not really shown much of his pace early doors, but he has sure shown pace here to overtake us into P1, and we've actually been, Leclerc and Verstappen be fighting among themselves, and their tyres beginning to wear, and the hard tyres be probably now the better race tyre, as George Russell has overtaken us, but now we will have DRS to come back at him, gaining on Russell. We're going to go for the move onto the inside. No, that would be quite a Verstappen-esque move, and I'd rather have a bit more clean racing between us, especially as Russell, just like Norris, is also a British driver. Is now gaining on Russell once again with the DRS round the outside. He's going to fight us, to be fair. Our top speed is very powerful, but our aero and DRS not so. So maybe that's why he could fight us, but we've overtaken him up into P1. But he's going to come back at us as we start the second to last lap of the race. Russell going for the move down the inside. He's going to go round the outside and into turn 3. He's got us. George Russell has overtaken us. We're going to have to stick with that and just stick with him until the next DRS zone. Alonso has now overtaken Verstappen and Leclerc to get into P3 as we get a warning for exceeding track limits and then hit the wall as well and then go off. So that's not ideal for us. Russell might have just come away with the race win. 3 mistakes in succession for us as Alonso's going for the move for P2. There's a yellow flag behind I'm not sure what for. Surely there won't be another red flag now. No, there won't. Green flag racing once again, and we're going to have to push. As Esteban Ocon's out the session, one Mercedes poised for the race win, the other out of the race. But is Russell going to have that race win? Is into turn 1 we go on the last lap of the race, and we have got Russell. Are we going to keep it though? There's 3 more DRS zones where he could overtake us. And the first one is coming right up, but not Russell doesn't want to wait until then. He wants the lead now, but we are having none of that, and we keep the position. We know the AI like to save there for the last lap. Their ARS is now on the last corner. Russell did manage to overtake us, unfortunately. I'm not sure where the highlights of that went, but can we get him back towards the line? Gaining. No, not quite. It's P2 for us, a podium. So we can't not be happy with that. But George Russell in his Mercedes getting another win in Formula 1. That's his second, I believe. And it's Alonso, I believe, in P3. No, it's not. It's an Alpine, actually. Not sure who. We'll have to confirm in a minute. So George Russell winning the race and celebrating with his team and the fans in the background. And who is it? It is Valtteri Bottas who adding to his podium collection. So the man out in Q2 is on the podium. Very, very impressive for him. And a good start to his Alpine career here in this alternate F1 universe we have created. And we take P2 and fastest lap, and we are 0.056 seconds behind George Russell then at the line. Shame, but it had to happen. We can't go out winning every race just like Max Verstappen. And Valtteri Bottas is very impressive, along with Yuki Tsunoda in the... that's an issue. Bottas didn't get the podium. It's just messed up the order. Fernando Alonso was meant to be on the podium, it seems, but for some reason they've messed up the order here. And Alonso's got the 15 points, it says, and Sainz in 4th, Leclerc in 5th, in 6th is who is in 7th is Piastri. In 6th I'm not sure who actually finished in 6th. I'm not sure where anyone finished anymore, because somehow they've messed it up here. 8th was Stroll, 6th was Verstappen, 9th was Perez, and 10th was Alexander Albon. So Bottas didn't get a podium. Hopefully that doesn't mess up the standings, because it really shouldn't, and yet it hasn't, thankfully. Valtteri Bottas does not have 15 points. So glad that didn't happen, but I don't know why he was given the champagne, as we still lead the constructors' standings, and our ERS cooling comes in. It's very nice indeed. So now we have a department event, and we're going to give ourselves 500 more resource points. Thank you very much. And now we've got some activities to do, but guys, that will be the end of this video, this F1 23 My Team career mode. If you have enjoyed, do make sure to like and subscribe. It helps out so much, and I'll see you guys next time, next Saturday, for the Miami Grand Prix. See you guys then. Goodbye.